Every champion was once an underdog. Every success story starts in a place no one remembers. It begins in the dark, in the silence, where no one believes. Every champion was once an underdog. Every success story starts in a place no one remembers. It begins in the dark, in the silence, where no one believes you'll rise. That's where true greatness is born. Think about the grind of an athlete who's been written off, told they're too small, too weak, too slow to make it. It's in these moments that the real work happens. Take Tom Brady's journey. Drafted in the 6th round, pick number 199. 6 other quarterbacks went before him. No one believed he'd be anything but a backup, just a guy to fill out a roster. But what they didn't know was that every doubt, every time they said he didn't have what it took, was fuel. Brady wasn't playing for recognition in those early years. He was playing for something deeper. He knew his worth, even when no one else did. It wasn't about proving others wrong, it was about proving himself right. I see that same fire in any underdog because I know that fire. I lived that fire. I've heard every excuse people use to explain why they'll never make it, why they'll never be enough. I've felt every ounce of doubt they throw at you. But in that pain, in that struggle, you find a voice that's yours and yours alone. You learn to push yourself beyond what the world says is your limit. Underdogs don't wait for the perfect moment. They create their own. They don't look for a reason to be great. They live with it every day, even when no one sees it. They put in the extra reps when the gym is empty, run the sprints no one asks them to run. When you think of someone like Serena Williams, who faced adversity not just as an athlete but as a black woman in a predominantly white sport, you understand that greatness doesn't just happen, it's built. With every match, every loss, every victory, she showed that it wasn't enough to just be good. She wanted to dominate, to redefine what was possible. That's the mentality of an underdog, to rewrite the narrative, not just fit into it. And that takes a certain kind of obsession, a commitment to the process. You don't just show up on game day and hope for the best. You've already won or lost in the days, weeks, years before. It's what you do when the cameras aren't on you that defines who you'll be when the lights finally hit. That's the Mamba mentality. You find a reason to grind every single day, and you never stop until you're satisfied, until you've created something so powerful that no one can deny you anymore. You become relentless in the pursuit of your best self, and you embrace the struggle because you know that's where real champions are made. It's like running a race where everyone starts ahead of you. Some people would give up, too far behind to even think about catching up. But an underdog doesn't quit. They focus on the next step, the next breath, the next inch, until, one by one, they pass everyone who once counted them out. The underdog story is never really about the win. It's about the process, the grit, the refusal to accept what the world tells you. It's about the moment when you realize that all the hours of pain, all the setbacks, have transformed you into something unstoppable. So the next time someone calls you an underdog, don't let that label limit you. Wear it like armor. Let it push you to work harder, stay later, and rise higher. Because when the time comes and the world finally sees you, they'll realize you were never the underdog at all. You were always destined to be the champion. Subscribe for more content.